So we back, no matter how you slice it. RUM NITTY versus Fonz. Third round. Fonz goes first. This little bitch is like 150 pounds. I'll end up slamming this bitch. Stabbed in this shit. Life on the line. It's gonna be mine or Ty's. Well, fuck it, I'ma add on the clip. He's rebuttaling, right? He's rebutting. Term is rebutting, right? He said, Hustle said, I like my RUM NITTY. And he gonna be in that casket sharp. Y'all heard what his boo said. Even when the news spread that dude dead, social media gonna have him on new threads. I like that. I like that. I wish that was a little longer. That little whole scheme. It sounded a little abrupt. But maybe it's just how I'm delivering it. But he said, we shoot lead. I'm quick to let a Mac bang, nigga. Bullets go through the core, then it drop. Ain't no telling how many shots. Hold on, I'm messing that up. He said, we shoot lead. I'm quick to let a Mac bang, nigga. Bullets go through the core, then it drop. Ain't no telling how many shots to locate. That was something for the map gang niggas. I like that. Core, then it drop. Coordinate. Bullets go through the core, then it drop. Ain't no telling how many shots to locate. That was something for the map gang niggas. Them app gang niggas. Okay, I got you. Against Solomon, we watched your stats change, killer. That was a different type of torture. I'm talking about George Washington. That white boy was wigging on the quarter. Fire. Fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so close. Like you can't get mad at somebody for having either side, for real. He said, let's get this shit in order, because y'all be talking a lot of violence. Even Geechee said, if Rum ain't on Summer Madness, we finna incite a riot. He wasn't on Summer Madness, and his next battle was after that was inside a riot. He said, that's what got him quiet. I don't know if it was all a plan, or if URL blackballed your man. I just know he got a buzz, but not the type that a star command. They don't really respect him. Smacking them sent me to check him. He was all that. Oh man. He said he was all that stat. He said he was with all that static. Then we seen a Sirius XM, talking about Sirius Jones. Sirius XM radio. Static. I like this. He said smacking them sent me to check him. He was with all that static. Then we seen a Sirius XM. Bitch, I'm really aggressive. I'm gonna really torture you, bro. They gonna say the alien got him flying. He said they gonna say the alien got hit with a flying identified object. And of course you a foe. This is all fire. He said, all it takes is one bullet to break your skull into fractions. And that's unfortunate, bro. Because I'm still going to put 1 1/4 and 1/4 in a hole. That's all fire. That's all fire. The fractions. He said, all it takes is one bullet to break your skull into fractions. And that's unfortunate, though. Because I'm still going to put 1 1/4 and 1/4 in a hole. Niggas bold, hella weak. I seen you crying by URL and hella tweets. It said, who gonna replace Rum? Well, tell him me. Cause how he got better punches and better schemes when you a crip and they don't give you the attention that somebody special needs. This is excellent. This is excellent writing. This is excellent, Fonz. Where we at? He said, and special needs. He said, let him leave, Smack. I won't let him breathe. They say that that's arrogant of me. Because Rum up there with the elites. Just not in comparison to Geech. And he mad at URL because he ain't in the position that he apparently should be. Well, that's Scary Movie 3. Because it was the aliens that was doing all that finger pointing, P. That's fire. That's fire, man. Because they were peeing from their finger. Scary Movie 3, man. That movie was funny, man. I feel like after 2, like, none of them could really compare, but 3 was still funny. He say, this nigga weak, pussy on the low, like a Danny Myers tweet. If Mr. Ford Trey can stand on his own, then why he keep joining teams? Well, I ain't convinced. All that squad jumping lame as shit. No matter how he paint the pic, it's Morse code. It's a cry out for help. And that's why this nigga keep changing clicks. That's fire. Morse code. Change, man. This shit is all fire. He said You niggas been hoes. We watched you switch roles. Now you EFB with your nutty buddy. But you used to be a quarterback in the day. That's a Swiss roll. You in flip mode. That ain't what a real nigga does. I done spilled niggas' blood. Shotty filled up with slugs. I never play. Kevin Gates, that's still hitting cuz. Fuck what you feel niggas done. It's lit for rum. New Midwest. Front runner, the official one. You ain't put nobody on from Phoenix. You can't even tell us none of the shit you done. See, that's the difference. You's a quarter and I'm a leader, and it's a fifth for rum. This shit is crazy. He said, you's a fake bitch, got a fake squad. Cause they let him come outside, rocking some fake kicks. He would have wore them Jones in Cleveland, we would have chased bitch. He would have gotten stomped out and scraped quick. I mean, what was the fourth and goal? Why would he go for it? Why would it make sense? Fourth and goal, go forward, it doesn't make sense. Well, you know how, man, this shit is fire, man. Fonz, nigga. He said, why would he go for it? It doesn't make sense. Well, you know how you go for a field goal, then you change shit. Like, fuck 3 points, I'm finna take 6. One of them NFL play tricks, we would have had him running out of them fake kicks. Oh, you gonna hate this. And the performance, like, it looks so good on the trailer. Like, that was a very appropriate answer for the volume bar that Rum dropped. Because, you know, on the trailer, the shit be looking like, oh, shit. Like, so, you definitely want your punch that's on the trailer to be the crazy one. So, that was so appropriate for Fonz. So, yeah. He said, you gonna hate this. And he vetted. You know, he walked around him. You know, that's vet shit, too. When you, like, you move around the arena. You're not just staying in one spot. He said, a nigga told me he had magic flow with conceited bars minus to slow it down. I said, it makes sense. Magic is daddy and conceited is grandpa. And they've been trying to scam Fonz, telling me that the alien is a superior being, but I could tell he studied that mankind. It's a big gauge. Yeah. All of that. He said, y'all trying to scam Fonz. He said, big gauge, switchblade, Nick Cage. I'll tear your face off. Nah, that wasn't that Fonz flair. Boy, I'll beat you in your skull with a bat until your face off. And they gonna be mad at what I did to Con Air. That's fire. That's fire. Like, I like when you upgrade the line. Like, yeah, MC shit. You know, it's like, nah, that ain't where we take it. Let's take it up a notch. Yeah. He said, but your dog died. He said, Gumba left them all blind. He said, Gunna left them all blind. Large 9. Knocked the vision out of AI. Like Ultron. Reach. You know, I get it, but AI, knock the vision out of AI, you ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna knock the vision out of AI and an eye. You know. You know, I mean, we can't, you know, if it's a reach, it's a reach. He said, they all cried, and you should see how his people react. When he in the triage, eyeball hanging out, his skull, you could damn near see it detached. The heat rise, gun butt, blood is gonna leak from his cap. He T-buys, he done lost his left eye and got beat by a Mac. Like, this whole section. Hold on, I'm gonna run it back. It said they all cried. You should see how his people react. When he in triage, eyeball hanging out his skull, you could damn near see it detached. The heat rise, gun butt, blood is gonna leak from his hat. He T-buys, he done lost his left eye and got beat by a Mac. That's fire. He said the keeper, the stack, that nigga Geechee bossed you up. Before that, it was happy hour. Rum ain't cost too much. Then you changed your movement. Y'all became a unit. His pen gained improvements. Talking about Geechee. You gained influence, but it was all gang influence. What if I said when you split that 150K, them niggas made you do it? Nice angle. I don't know if it was, you know, nobody can verify. If anybody had a recipe to come up with rum cake, I'm sure Bay can do it. That's fire, man. That's fire, man. He said, they played you, stupid. And I hate it had to be that way. Because we used to look at y'all like, that's EFB. That team don't play. He said, now that West Coast clique is starting to fizz out like B2K. And that's a bad thing. They made you split that cash, King. They said you was either going to get at boy bands or get your ass, B. What's the double? Get your ass, B. Like Raz B, but what's the double? Get your ass beat? Get your ass, what? You know, what's reaching? You know, if it's not a double, you know, it's a reach because you're trying to say it like it's another word. I get. He said it's nasty, and then he do his slogan. So that was Fonz. That was all fire, man. Get a sip of this water. You know what I mean? Let me run it back. Let me get it together. Let me get it together. What was that? Hold on, I'll spit up in a bit. Rum. He say, if they try, niggas dead. I ain't gotta clap this fat bitch. I'd rather fight you instead. It's cool until I'm on the edge and I bring the other side out like Fresh Prince jacket and put tie on his head. I like that. I like that. He said, I see red, then a nigga gets stretched. I've been on my shit. This ain't a big test. I was bred with the formula like a WIC check. It's a quick death. If I let you live, it's a gesture of goodwill because I really been trying to spend less. Spin the block. I really been trying to spend less. It's a gesture of goodwill. Okay, I like all of that. He said, skip that. Sliding with this 50 on my lap. Patient. We get location. We been spinning where they at. He tried dipping when it clapped. Hit his back. Lit his leg up like the Christmas story lamp. I get amped. Because they compare him to me. That shit wild. I get fouled. The last nigga you seen me punch on never landed again. Chris Childs. Sit down. You got smoked and got on known with Danny Myers. Nigga lose and still get a big plate. See, that's the problem. You have to stop it. They gave Fonz God after he beat himself. Now that's the saga. Hey, them saga bars are gonna never die. They ain't gonna never die. He said, nasty partner. We get to seeking out revenge. Can't find you, then we swinging by his crib. His bitch in his seat'll get it then. Blick to his daughter, then switch to a guardian, like a Cleveland Indian. Man, that was nasty. We really spin. I speak facts. I can get fine smoke for me, like weed maps. Fine smoke for me. I can get fine smoke for me, like weed maps. Looking through the iron sight, when the heat clap, get you in the view, then take a shot like Drink Champs. You know, that was pretty face value. Get you in the view, interview, then take a shot like Drink Champs. Think fast, or you won't be doing well. You get one up on me, I'm gonna put you through some hell. Ruger shell, the heat went off, his roof leaking. Landlord needs some super help. That's fire. You'll fail. Play with fire and get burned. This shit you do might work a little, but never pays off. It's an intern. I told myself, you gotta be ready to take someone head off in the cabinet. Sound like Big Worm. That's crazy. Man, when I wrote that down, I had to think about that a couple times because the way he delivered it. He said, I told myself, you gotta be ready to take someone head off in the cabinet. I sound like Big Worm. Like, that's crazy. That shit hit nerves. Scope on it. I can catch you from 6 blocks. Y'all just seen me hit Bill up shooting. Why would I miss the big shot? Bill up? Bill collector, Bill up? This nigga a rat. If he get popped, everybody you did your dirt. You should get... What he said? He said, this nigga a rat. If he get popped, every time you did your dirt, you should get your shit rocked, Joe Dirt. Did your dirt. Then get dropped. I ain't trying to make a scene, but can't nobody save you tonight. At this 80 ring, who gonna take a bullet for you? That's a crazy thing. Stand in front and get a ball head voluntarily, like Ace I mean, reign supreme. He said, you really think dude is worthy? Never, fam. This bird out of hand. You drew a turkey. Like, who's thinking about that shit? You know what I'm saying? You drew a turkey. This bird out of hand. You drew a turkey. Against the mother niggas, you might do them dirty. But finds food near me. You can Google search it. That's crazy. But finds food near me. Finds food. Man, come on, man. Like, it's close, but it's still a distinction. It's still a distinction to me, man. Like, you know, oh my God. He said, you'll get murdered. Your bitch will do everything for me. I'll pull up on her hella late and tell her to take the D. Right after she read kid stories for your baby girl to lay to sleep, I'm gonna fuck the bitch bare and stay in the sheets. Okay. Let's Some disrespect, okay. After all of that complex shit, I was like, okay. OD, this might be where your last battle is at. If you lose, it's all small cause, fam. That's a fact. So this man has to rap. If not, they gonna say Ty lost and got banned after that. It's a rap. I'm a stand veteran. Who you rap better than? Try me to get a crack melanin. 3-piece, then a bat for Ty. I'm Jack Skeleton. Oh my God. And the way he did it though on the stage, like all that mattered. Like, you know, and then you can't keep it real yourself. That slogan is crazy though. You can't keep it real yourself. Suicide, I decide I do this. Who's doing the job? And I don't know. So the thing that I notice in this battle is creativity. They both on the same level. Like there's not too much of a difference. There's not a wide margin of difference with it's creative. So if that's a 10, if it's 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, I'm gonna give them both 10. Originality. I mean, at this point, there's only so much originality in the lane of gun bars. Like, if you call yourself a puncher, then it's only so much originality. Like, not saying you can't be it. Like, there are MCs who do it, but like, I'm talking about in the lyrics themselves. Like, in order to provide more originality, you may have to convey a different attribute outside of the penmanship of the punches, right? Now, I'm saying all of that to say, like, at this point with this kind of rhyme scheme where it's like, you know, you rhyme and then the next few words are rhyming right after the punch, like, dog is dead, palm the lead. You know, everybody do that, right? There's only so much room for originality, so, like, they both are kind of like 8, I guess, if you want to say original, you know, because Rum is definitely in a league of his own with his, you know, with his whole craft. But like, you know, it's predictable. So there's only so much originality. So I'll give them both an 8. Rapping ability, like I was saying earlier. So let me get into that. Here's the difference to me, because this ties directly into the delivery, right? And there are a few different things that make one's delivery very, very effective. Pace, breath control, and voice projection. These things I feel like Rum is like exceeding in. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it has to do with physical fitness, you know. You know, no offense, but not being funny, but you know, if Fonz were in more peak physical condition, I feel like his delivery would improve. It's not bad now, but it would improve. Same thing with T-Top, you know, with better physical control, breath control, he would be more effective, I feel. Now, Rum is not a large guy, and he probably don't have a lot of fat on his body, right? And he's nice because he practices. So with all of this taken into account, his delivery is going to be a lot more like that, because he, you know, his wind don't have a lot of work to work around, you know. So like with that, he's going to be like saying that shit with like way more like accuracy, diction, or you know, it's a lot more like, you know, it's a difference. The vocal projection, Rum's vocal projection is crazy, and it's because he's not beating up his voice box. Now, being a battle rapper is going to be strenuous to your voice because you projecting, right, in a big room. But Rum is still using his voice, and I can hear it even when he's not rapping. It's just an aspect of his voice, and this is what many MCs have to come to learn. You know, you start off, and this is where you could tell where MCs are within their development of their craft and their artistry, because when you're at a certain point in your artistry, you're sounding a little different from your natural. Like, I mean, I guess that goes without saying, but it's like, it's not yet an authentic side of you. You know, it's just a character that you're putting on. versus when you get more experience and you get to know yourself and your voice a lot more, you're giving you as a character as opposed to stepping into a whole different character. You know, I could just hear it on certain lines and how they're delivered, like, you know, being aggressive when you think you're supposed to be aggressive versus being aggressive because the line warrants you to be that aggressive. Like if you've crafted the lyric the best way that you can and you get that part memorized, now there's performance. You know, first you get the material and then there's the performance, and that's where all of the emotion comes in, because the material is going to tell you. It's going to say, okay, this is conviction right here. You know, and that's where a lot of punchline battle rappers have challenge, because they're watching so many other people imitate the craft, but it's not true for them. So all of that to say, this makes RUM NITTY effective because he's not pretending, for lack of better words. So delivery, I feel like 10. I feel like Fonz not far behind him, 9.5, 9. You know, it's not, like I say, like the differences aren't like, they're not paramount, but I see them. And this is just my perspective. You know, everybody's opinion is their opinion, but I feel like that's the difference between him and Fonz, and also the momentum. And you know, there's a tempo in the material, because when you're thinking about punchlines, you're setting your verse up like it's in parts. But like when you get to a level to where you're writing and you're intertwining the punches, the entendres, now it's more dangerous because you have a body. And a lot of MCs now in the battle rap medium, they don't have bodies in their verse. Mook spoke about this too. You know, he's like, one minute you shoot me on a boat, then the next minute you caught me slipping on the block. Like, there's no continuity. It's just random violence every line, right? But like when you get to a developed level to where now you have some continuity in your verse because you visualized it further than just a scene here, scene there, scene here, scene there. Now it's more dangerous, right? I feel like RUM is doing a whole lot of that in here. I feel like there are some moments where Fonz does this, and let me be clear, this is a breakout performance, I feel, for Fonz. You know, I'm covering RUM a lot because I'm highlighting these differences that I was speaking about in terms of delivery. But that's what I think the separation is. So delivery, so I'll go back. Creativity, both 10-10. RUM and Fonz 10-10. Originality 8-8. They're both about the same. Delivery, I'll say RUM 10. If RUM is 10 and Fonz is probably 9.5 or 9. And I mean, that's really all you can really go by. This is nearly a mirror match. This was a great match. What's y'all take? You know, this has been my take on it. So y'all drop a comment, like this video, share it, get some real MCs on it, and get their opinion. I like to hear from the MCs, fans as well. You know, what y'all think about this match and my assessment of it. We're gonna keep it rocking. Peace, 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 peace.
I came to kick it with you. Keeping everything I can keep official with you. I'm quick to get you. Understanding my force. Cut you like